Good afternoon, my friends. I'm out for a walk. Sunset and walk. That's kind of funny because I'm barely walking these days. But just a short video. It's March. It's Multiple Sclerosis Awareness Month. This week is actually Multiple Sclerosis Awareness Week. And I had posted a fundraiser this week, really non-intentionally, earlier today, because what I had done is I set up a profile, a fundraising profile on the National Multiple Sclerosis Association or Society's website, and then that posted the automatically posted the fundraiser for May 9th, which is 2 months from now. So that fundraiser that I posted earlier today was automatically posted for the Walk MS event here in Gettysburg on May 9th, which, like I said, is 2 months from now. And if you donate to it, that's awesome. Thanks so much from all of us with MS. There's about a dozen of you watching this who are my friends who have MS. If you donate to it, awesome. I chose the amount of $150 because my daughter and I will do the 3-mile walk through Gettysburg, which would be pretty cool. My daughter is going to do that with me. And we had a nice weekend. Went out for a walk yesterday, and then my daughter returned back to Washington, D.C. But in any event, that multiple sclerosis fundraiser that I posted this morning is for May 9th. But I have a permanent profile page now, and the link is posted on my personal Facebook page as well. And so future fundraisers that I do, fundraising events that I do, will be posted from that National Multiple Sclerosis Society profile page of mine. It's kind of like a Facebook page, I guess. But I'm planning on, this month is important. Why is Multiple Sclerosis Awareness Month important? Because 99% of the people that I have encountered over the last 2 years have absolutely no idea what multiple sclerosis is at all, or what we're living with. We're barely living. Most of us, myself included, I find myself often saying that honestly my life's not worth living. My life sucks, and that's the way it is. That's why this awareness is important. Until more people are aware of what the hell it is that we're dealing with, okay, nothing's going to change. As long as people see us out, pictures, I see people, multiple sclerosis advocates and multiple sclerosis activists, and they're posting pictures of themselves, you know, on the beach in the south of Spain drinking margaritas. Okay, they look like there's nothing wrong with them at all. And then I'll see pictures a week later and shit, they're in Copenhagen, you know, eating herring and chocolate and smoking weed. And so, granted, everybody who has MS or any chronic illness, no two of them are the same at all. Okay? Everybody's affected differently at different levels. Some people have had more success with treatment than others. Some of us simply cannot afford treatment. I can't afford treatment, so my multiple sclerosis has seriously gotten a lot worse over the last year. My cognitive issues began maybe 3 months ago. Forgetting people's names. I drop things where I used to be the guy who, if you knocked a wine glass over at the table, I caught it before it hit the floor. I did martial arts for years. I was like Bruce Lee with nunchucks, bow staff, the whole 9 yards. In any event, so my multiple sclerosis. Personally, my multiple sclerosis has gotten a lot worse. That's not going to change until more people start really seeing multiple sclerosis for what it really is. I hear this phrase, and it's really nice. It's like a candy-coated cupcake, where people say, you know, I have multiple sclerosis, but multiple sclerosis doesn't have me. And when you convey that to the world's going to look at that and they're going to say, oh, well, shit, you're fine. Multiple sclerosis doesn't have you. Bullshit, it does too have you. And I'll prove it. Meet me for tea on Thursday at 1:30 p.m. if you have multiple sclerosis. But you can't, can you? You can't make that. You cannot make a promise that you can make that appointment, because multiple sclerosis does indeed have you. And until people realize that they do indeed have multiple sclerosis, and they intimately realize what their situation is and how MS has turned themselves upside down, and until we begin transparently conveying that to the world, most of the world's not going to think there's anything wrong with the 2 million of us that have it. Okay? Multiple sclerosis does have me, and multiple sclerosis has turned my life upside down. I find myself in tears several times a week because I simply cannot do the things that I used to do. I used to go out running and hiking and biking and, you know, martial arts and scuba diving, you name it. It's nice out here. It's nice to get out of the house. But until the multiple sclerosis world really starts showing the rest of the world what it is we're really dealing with, okay, you know, candy-coated photos and stuff on social networks is one thing, but I know for a fact it's not reality. It's really not. So that's my multiple sclerosis message of the day. This month I have been planning for quite some time to do, one of my real goals is, with the time that I have left, now that I'm disabled, what would you do with the time you had left? Okay? When you have MS, you easily lose track of where you were, what you were talking about. In any event, I've chosen to spend the rest of my time that I have left trying to make a difference in people's lives. People who are less fortunate than myself. Doesn't matter what the cause is, okay, because causes are important. Causes work. Salvation Army, UNICEF, Save the Children, Jerry's Kids, all that. I mean, it works. I don't know if you've ever been in a third world country and seen serious poverty, and I have. That stuff you see on TV, Save the Children, UNICEF, I've been there. I've seen it with my own eyes, okay, in several different countries. Apathy will be the undoing of humankind. It's that simple. Until people start realizing that the root problem of all other problems is that not enough people care about enough people, nothing's going to change, and things are going to continue to be worse, continue to get worse. So I've decided a year ago, when I started this mission, my end goal is to be able to be in a position, financially stable position, where I can also pay it forward to, that is my end goal. My end goal is not to like feed myself and pay my bills. My end goal is to make a difference in somebody's life, okay, no matter how big or small. And I hope that you turn that into your mission as well. 2,000 people left in the last couple of weeks to hike the entire Appalachian Trail. And I'm curious how many of them are taking that goal and that mission and turning it into a charitable effort to help people less fortunate than themselves. And there's a lot of you that do. And I salute you and I applaud you, and I wish that more people were like you. Because if the rest of the world were like you, and there's 10 of you that have really stepped up and have really had my back, and If the rest of the world were like you, things would be very different. The world would be a very different place. So my goal is to get to a point where I can also pay it forward to people who are less fortunate, people with chronic illnesses. People are suffering, especially kids. There shouldn't be a single child on this entire planet that should go without a meal today. It disgusts me. It's criminal. Because we have an overabundance of resources on this planet that just shouldn't be the case. It's criminal. In any event, you've heard me say it before, but I wanted you guys to know what my goal really is. My goal really is to make a difference in somebody's life. If you had to choose what to do with your time and you had a week left to live, what would you do with that week? I've asked that question many times over the last several years. When I was very sick with hemochromatosis, I've asked that question. And most people would spend that extra time with their loved ones. And that's super. I wish I could. I don't see my brother. You know, he's a country away. I never know what state he's in. My daughter is a working adult. But, so the time that I do have, like I said, I'm repeating myself. You know, I want to use that time to make a difference in somebody's life. Do something good with the time that I have. And I hope that you do too. I wish more people would. The 2,000 plus people out hiking the Appalachian Trail right now. Just think if every one of them, if every one of them turned that into an effort to donate to cancer research, multiple sclerosis, fibromyalgia. I have several friends who got fibromyalgia, and that's hardcore. And if people, whatever event it is that you have coming up this year, what do you have going on this year? That's a question I'm asking you. Comment below. Do you have an event coming up this year? Going hunting this year? Turn that hunting party and that hunting weekend with your friends into a charitable mission and garner support. Turn that into a charitable weekend to make a positive difference in someone's life. Doesn't matter what it is. If it's a local soccer league, your kid's cheerleading event, it doesn't matter what it is. Whatever hobby it is that you have, turn that into something to help others. Okay, and that's what I'm trying to do. So what I have coming up this month is I posted a fundraiser for my Walk MS on May 9th, but this month I am planning on doing a Finish MS hike, which is why I set up my multiple sclerosis profile this morning, because I want to be involved in the Finish MS program to do Appalachian Trail hikes. The Appalachian Trail's nearby, it's not far away at all. I live here in the lower Dutch Appalachians. But hiking and backpacking in the outdoors has been my lifelong passion. It's been my lifelong hobby. From the Rockies to the Appalachians, I've hiked, backpacked, camped, you name it, all over the country. I've been to every national park multiple times, from the Grand Canyons to Yellowstone, etc., etc., etc. My point is why shouldn't I take that and turn that into something good to help other people? I'm taking my hobby and I'm trying to turn it into something good to help people, and I wish more people would too. But I'm planning on this other fundraiser for Finish MS. I'm doing a hike probably from the Mason-Dixon line in Penmar down at Blue Ridge Summit down to Harper's Ferry, and it's a good 50-60 miles with MS, with a cane and a backpack. And like one woman who has MS put it, she lives out in Wyoming, and she said, you know, more power to you, Daryl. You know, lots of people hike that section of the AT, but who's hiking it with MS, hemochromatosis, chronic costochondritis, narcolepsy, and taking that struggle and turning it into a charitable event to help people. Okay, it would be really awesome if this was cured. I'd love to go back to work, believe me. It would solve a lot of problems. And just imagine President Eisenhower used to sit here. But Finish MS is a program for athletes to take their sporting hobbies, like backpacking, hiking, and turn that into a charitable effort for multiple sclerosis charities and research. And so I have that coming up. I'm planning on doing it. In any event, I have Finish MS coming up. This thing that I'm planning, this hike from the Mason-Dixon line down to Harper's Ferry, and the end of that hike should be very interesting because that's where the national headquarters for the Appalachian Trail is in Harper's Ferry. It's at the Appalachian Trail Conservancy is there at Harper's Ferry, and I'm hoping to turn that into something. Give some exposure and specifically awareness of multiple sclerosis, awareness and Finish MS, and what I'm trying to do and what a lot of other people are trying to do with programs like Walk MS and Finish MS. Wouldn't it be better if, and you've heard me say that a million times, and wouldn't it be better if more people said, wouldn't it be better if more often, but wouldn't it be better if more people who were through hiking the Appalachian Trail turned that into some kind of charitable event to help people less fortunate themselves, homelessness, hunger, etc., multiple sclerosis, fibromyalgia, cancer. Doesn't matter what it is. Make a difference in somebody's life, okay? Wouldn't it be better if you could turn that into something to help people, okay? Because that's genuine and that's sincere, okay? And that's what I'm planning on doing. So in any event, Walk MS isn't for a couple of months, and that was the fundraiser that I posted this morning. I'm going to be officially organizing on social networks and on the internet and on my multiple sclerosis page, which is hosted by the National Multiple Sclerosis Society, for this Finish MS hike that I'm doing. And it's not my first one, and it won't be my last one. My first one was last August, but my brother had said to me, and I'm not trying to offend, I'm trying to point out what is obvious to people with multiple sclerosis that is not so obvious to people without multiple sclerosis. And my brother said, you know what, we should go to the Philippines, we should go on vacation. I'll buy you some tickets and I'll pay for the whole thing, and I'll get you a passport, and we can go over there for like a week, because his wife's from the Philippines. And what that showed me, what that proved to me is that my brother actually thinks that I can travel that far to another country, when 6 days out of the week I can't leave my living room. Okay, so the possibility of Daryl traveling to the Philippines is absolutely out of the question. And everybody with multiple sclerosis, all my friends, Kathy and Jill and Jolene and you guys, you know that's impossible. I can't do that. That's absolutely out of the question. So what will tomorrow bring? I have no idea. I have MS. I have hemochromatosis. I have costochondritis. I have narcolepsy. So me traveling to another country like that is out of the question. And that showed me, and like I said, I'm not trying to offend my brother, love my brother to death, but that showed me that even my brother, after all my videos, and I know he's watched them, and after all my posts over the last year and a half, that even my brother doesn't quite realize the impact that multiple sclerosis has on someone's life. A vacation like that, a trip over there, that's an absolute impossibility. It won't happen. So in any event, guys, all of you guys have been supportive. My friend Cody up in New York, out of the blue, Cody donated to my cause this morning. That's super cool. My friend Bob and my friend Cody hitting me up when I was really so sick last week. I don't remember when I was in bed and when I was out of bed. I had pneumonia. I probably still have pneumonia, but I got to get out of the house, so that's what I'm doing. And just wanted to wish you guys well and have a safe, happy, and healthy week ahead. Talk to you soon. Please share my YouTube videos, specifically my YouTube videos. If you guys like my photography from my Facebook photo journal, share my photos. I'd appreciate it if you do. It would really help what I'm trying to do. Have a good one, guys. Have a safe week ahead, and I hope tomorrow finds you happier and healthier and more successful than you intended. Have a good one, guys. Have a good night.